Hey guys, I hope everyone's well. We're going to tap into some divine messages. We're just going to ask our angels, saints, ancestors, and guides into our space, okay, to provide some love and support, okay, for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love, and so it is, okay? Like, share, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. I appreciate you and all that you guys do. I so love y'all. You guys are the bomb. What I find interesting is I was guided to pull from the Akashic deck on money, investments, career, and business. And then bottom of the deck energy says professional assistance. So it may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any life area, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. This can also be like you potentially needing to set up some foundational things as well. There's a need to maybe shift some things around. There also could be some mentorship, maybe learning something new. I feel like it could be project related too, or this is you getting some life or professional advice in some way, shape, or form. All right, Spirit, what is the message? Connect to your intuition. Repeating patterns are keeping you from making a new choice in a situation. Breaking free from the old ways of thinking and asking for new insight. Okay. So maybe there's some spending habits here, or how we see money, feel money, have a relationship with money. There could be energy here that is enabling. There is someone you're helping, or are you? In reality, you may be enabling them to continue the negative patterns and never take full responsibility for themselves. Step back and let things play out. Okay? So let people learn their lessons on their own, right? Don't try to help them, do something they should be doing for themselves. There's a need to see something through. Okay, you don't always finish what you start, and then you talk badly to yourself because you didn't. So this is about breaking a karmic cycle and pattern by seeing a project through to the end, and then be proud of what you've accomplished, okay? So this has something to do about your energy investments, okay? And how there's something that you're meant to be heading towards, and they just want you to see it through to the finish line, okay? And there is forgiveness here. All right, withholding forgiveness only hurts you and prolongs the pain. So there's time to forgive somebody, or maybe even yourself, so that you can stay on the path of your highest potential. All right, so I feel like you're being led towards your highest potential here. Okay, any other cards with this deck for this topic? No. Okay, let's get a few tarot on this. Queen of Swords, bottom of the deck. I feel like this is, someone understanding their authority. They have conviction, they're intellectual, they speak their mind and seek truth. So I feel like, this is connecting to your intuition, okay? I feel like there could be things that, from a finance or business investment, to listen to your intuition. You will be guided, and stable, secure, and abundant in your own right. Let's talk about the patterns here. This would be those karmic patterns potentially, or just illusions of things or old beliefs, maybe even attachments to certain things. I feel like this could be, the enabling aspects of things, like negative patterns and kind of being stuck in the fog and needing to kind of clear some stuff out, right? There's a need to kind of step back, right? Maybe we need to take a step back and see things a bit differently here, maybe for clarity. So this could be receiving clarity, right? Your intuition, providing that clarity. I feel like there is a need to answer the call or do this evaluation. I feel there is a need to understand that someone may need to leave something that no longer is really for them. So that is that someone taking full responsibility for themselves. and allowing someone to go on that journey, right? So you may be called to step back and let things play out, because this person's journey isn't yours. This very much could be someone that may come to you for help along their path. But I'm getting like, or this could be you, like you've been in an energy where you've enabled a bit of this. It just depends on the situation here, but I'm getting like there's this awakening here playing out, right? There's like this aha, like no more hiding from this. So yeah, and I feel like it's kind of tied to this, like as far as like, you know, trickery, illusions, you know, it could be attachments to things. I feel like you can't take it where you're going, whatever it might be. Okay. Let's get one more for enabling. Yeah, there's this 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's, you know, I feel like there could have been somebody that you enabled in the past that is now going through judgment. I feel like they may have juggled you, treated you like an option. It's somebody who really like strongly overindulges in things and gives to others behind others' backs. Like, it's like they go where the money's at. They're like somebody who kind of rides other people's coattails, kind of. I'm getting that. This is someone you're helping, or are you? So, you know, I feel like you getting involved in anyone's business, you have to use your discernment to know whether you should help anybody, okay? Right? Like you have a stable position here. You realize that this is a pattern for somebody, okay? And so you have to decide whether, you know, are you going to enable breaking free from old ways of thinking and asking for new insight and doing something different? Or are you going to continue to enable, or is this energy going to continue to repeat the same patterns of their behavior? So this could be like you outside looking in, seeing somebody, you know, still in their old ways, maybe dealing with the repercussions of their old ways. I feel like the energy they put out, they are receiving back in some way. So I feel like you see this about this, or know this. You could simply know this. So you could be like cautioned. This could be a bit of like, all right, like you're going to need to step back and let things play out the way they're meant to play out, and don't get involved unless you absolutely have to as well. I feel like you've already left like a long time ago, or someone is leaving and going in another direction. I feel like they're heavily in their shadow energy, okay, with the moon. All right, I feel like somebody could be under some sort of like fear mindset, or feeling left or lost or abandoned, or trying to escape something. Yeah, interesting. We'll see. All right, see it through. You don't always finish what you start. 6 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like there's some, yeah, this would be breaking the karmic patterns here. Beautiful. Yeah. You know, and here's the thing, like you can either repeat the pattern or take the lesson with you, right? It's kind of like having some sort of breakthrough. And then there's a need to move to calmer waters so that there can be some sort of closure here. I feel like sometimes it's okay to finish things that you don't start if they're not worth finishing as well. So I feel like you've gotten closure in whatever situation this is. I feel like the options are the closure for you. I feel like maybe someone's feeling like they're being awoken to the fact of, you know, they fell for the trickery, right? They tricked themselves in some way. And by now, like, you're already too far gone, and, you know, this is closed. So I'm getting like, you know, there's going to be a need to kind of like, okay, like there's There's things that need to be resolved here. Yeah. Okay. King of Cups. All right. So seeing it through, let's talk about this project. Let's talk about this. You know, what are you needing to finish? Or I feel like this is just letting you know that this is finished. Okay. For some of you, like whatever you were dealing with regarding this is now finished. Okay. And it's okay that this contract didn't, like, you know, I feel like for some of you, you might have had a contract and there was like, there's like, I don't know, resistance to closing it, I guess. There's this, you're feeling like there's this resistance to closing this. Yeah, look at 4 of Wands over the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're celebrating your success now. You're free and liberated, and that's not what this energy wanted for you. And now they're realizing it's too late. There's nothing they can do about it. Okay? They're headed towards their fate and destiny just like you are, but they are not the same destination. Okay? I feel like there is a celebration here. There is like a union here. There's this making it to like some sort of finish line, if you will. It's like having a new beginning, fresh start, celebration, energy. That's beautiful. Huh. Let's get more on this. I feel like you're being divinely guided, okay, straight to like success. Even like really long withstanding, strong foundational commitments, okay? You may not necessarily see it quite yet, but you know it's in the energy, which is beautiful. And this is going to be grounded here. It's like you intuitively know, and you're like grounding this and creating this into the physical. All right. I feel like this is like manifestation energy here. All right. So make sure that we're not getting in our own way here. Okay. Thank you. Here. I like this. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Look at. Yeah. They're in judgment because they were doing all this kind of fuckery. Okay? Look at the fuck shit that was going on here. I can't even. Paying for it too. Drinking the freaking Kool-Aid. Okay? So they got into themselves a hot mix and a mess. Okay? With the most. Okay? Everybody knows. Everybody knows now. The truth is out. That's what I'm getting. The truth be revealed. Okay. What else we got? What else do they need to know, Spirit? Oh, 9 of Pentacles. There is like so much growth in this process. I feel like whatever you've built it one step at a time, and I feel like it's time for you to enjoy all that you have, because you're in this very grateful energy, like really connected to nature and just really feeling your feels, right? Queen of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. I feel like, you know, what maybe others outcasted you for, that you felt like you needed to cover up your parts of you, right? You couldn't let everybody in. This cup is covered. I feel like whatever, you know, forced you to go inward, I feel like it's only made you stronger in the end. So not everybody gets access to you like they might have before, but now those who are in your energy truly benefit from it. So I feel like you've understood that, like, your value, your worth, your abilities, your medicine, your elixir, like your magic, whatever it is, like, it's priceless energy. Okay? You've learned from the bottom to the top, now you're here. Okay? From the bottom to the top, now you're here. Nice. Nice. I love it. All right, what else? 9 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like, oof. Like, everything seen, done, said, you know, has been held into account. I feel like someone is going through it right now. Someone is feeling like, you know, these lessons be hitting hard. These are challenges. These are obstacles. These are, you know, things that, you know, someone is, you know, having to kind of realize that there's a purpose to some of this. Like, I feel like someone is getting woken up. Wake up. This is like a wake up call. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Total wake up call. Very burdened, very overwhelmed, like lots of problems going on. Nothing's going right kind of energy. Yeah. And I feel like they could have like some sort of promiscuity. Yeah. You know what word I'm trying to say. It might be promiscuous. Yeah. What do we got? Death. There's an ego death playing out here for this energy. Yeah. I feel like maybe this is like on the horizon here. I feel like, you know, this is going to send them into like the dark night of the soul, ego death, an awakening. Okay. Look at this is like spiritual awakening. Okay. Process here. Look at Judgment, 9 of Wands, the Death card, and the Moon. So someone is going through it. But it's for their soul's growth. So, you know, I would say pray for them. They could use some healing energy. Okay? I feel like this is a bit of like, you know, seeing how things might have been enabled, you know, for long periods of time, and now it's like gotten out of hand kind of thing. I feel like something's gotten out of hand, and, you know, there's a drastic ending here because it's so out of hand is what I'm getting. Okay. So I feel like whatever needs to be handled is going to be handled. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Am I taking these? All right. Yeah. Look at, it's going to be handled. Whatever needs to be handled is going to be handled by the King of Swords and the Emperor. I would say consider it done. Yeah, consider it done. This privileged lady over here, I feel like things are being like handled here. And look, and there's a King of Wands too. Okay. Okay. So you have the Sun card. Yeah. Okay. So this is like divine protection. Okay. The Emperor, the 9 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. This is like divine protection here. Okay. So, yeah. There's going to be some clarity here. Look at Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck. Yeah. All right. This is like an ass whooping. Jeez. All right. Yeah, look at the Chariot. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Oof, 2 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, 2 of Swords in reverse. They're going to learn real quick who they are battling. Okay? They're going to learn real quick who they're battling. Look at this. The Chariot. There's no confusion anymore, right? No confusion anymore. Okay? And I feel like there's a price to pay here. All right? I hate to say it like this, but I can't make this up, guys. All right? So, like, judgment is being served for all that went down, all the trickery that went down, then that they thought that nobody would hold them to account to. I feel like they were happy on the hog, right? Entertaining, doing all the fuck shit. But let me tell you something. There's a price to pay for what was done here. And I have a feeling like they're starting to realize this. There's a major realization here of who they think they're messing with. And I would say, you know, like, come on now. I don't know. I'm leaving King of Swords and the Emperor here. They're in charge of this show. Okay, they're in charge. Large and in charge. Yep, large and in charge. I feel like you're not meant to make this your business. You are meant to embark on that new path and journey, because that is what you're meant to do at this time. This is you, again, like Six of Swords, heading in a new direction. Okay, back to the situation. You moving on to a new cycle, whereas this cycle here is being closed out. Okay, again, heavy movement, heavy progress being made here. Changes in the wind kind of energy. Wow, this turned into a really interesting reading. All right. There must be something that you do for your business here. Page of Pentacles. Here's the business aspect of things. So this adds up to 10 Pentacles. I feel like there's something that's coming in, either that you've created or a seed you planted, that is really starting to flourish. And I feel like this is right up your alley. Okay, I feel like it has something to do with some sort of like communication, information, wisdom, knowledge, some sort of sight, right? You could receive messages, okay? You could be a messenger. Okay, I have the Two of Pentacles. So there might be something that you currently do that you might need to switch gears on a bit. There could be some adjusting going on here. I feel like there could be something that you're being called to do that gets you out of this like respite, if you will. You may have been like kind of in recovery mode. I feel like it's time to come out of recovery mode. Is kind of what I'm getting here. Hold on a second. All right, so the message I'm getting is that somebody sees that somebody's doing really well and wants to bring in some sort of offer. I feel like they're currently juggling their problems. They're having a hard time juggling their life and have not healed, and may want to use this as a way to get back into your energy, to intertwine once again, because they're going to want to come and ask for your help for healing in some way, somehow. Or maybe they just haven't done that healing work, or there's something going on with this. There's some sort of like massive ending here, right? Like to the point of like life falling apart completely and someone being backstabbed, to juggling energy, right? Like what goes around comes around. And then we have the Four of Swords in reverse. I don't know. So maybe somebody wants to kind of like give it another try, right? Like willing to entertain you again with somebody else. It's like putting you back into some sort of karmic cycle with them. I feel like you don't want to have any kind of new experiences with them, and you've released and have done this kind of like healing work yourself, is what I'm getting. I feel like they may want, and I feel like that's why you're so heavily protected as well. Let's get one more on that one. One more card on that. Three of Swords. Yeah, they know that this person wants to come back around and create more pain and suffering for you. Okay, they want to put you back into a third-party situation, or they've already created enough pain and suffering. There's no need to repeat it. Like, you've learned what you needed to learn and you've healed energy. Okay, that's what's going on here. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I feel like they're greedy and they see that you're doing better than them, and so they want a piece of the pie. All right, that's what it is. And they think like their measly offer would even remotely entertain you. All right, like they don't have a pot to piss in. Okay, look at, they're coming in as a bully, someone who wants to come in and attack, aggressive, be impulsive, stupid, like say things to like afflict their pain on somebody else because that's how they are. Like, this person's abusive. All right, and you're not interested. So again, this enabling here, like you don't need to entertain anyone's shit, especially if it isn't yours. I feel like this person got themselves into a hot mess. All right, and I feel like they're refusing to do the healing work, and they're still repeating the same karmic patterns here, negative patterns, and they're not taking full responsibility for themselves. So I feel like you need to step back and let things play out as it relates to this past energy. And I feel like the divine has your back. Like you have strong protection here. All right. So if anyone reaches out to you from the past, know that you are better off on your own. And I feel like God's got you covered here. So you're being guided on this new path here. And so I wanted to ask some questions. Look at, yeah, they're in this energy of like trying to get away with something. Like you already know all the somethings. Like you're or you could be trying to sneak away from this energy. I don't know. But let's talk a little bit about this money, investment, career, and business. Yeah, I'm getting that you see this as a burden, and there's something that's coming that is going to be a blessing for you. Okay, there's a blessing in disguise in all of this, and I feel like it is very good news. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. I feel like it's worth waiting for, though. I feel like it also has more to it than meets the eye. So I'm getting like it may start off small and take time to grow, but I feel like it's something that you're going to feel very passionate about. I feel like it's a good investment. Okay. What is this? Okay, it's Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. I feel like this is to fill up the 4 cups that you have spilt in the previous messages, right, for our channel. This is like divine love, bliss, realizing that all the love you need is within oneself, like you're the Holy Grail. And then there's celebrating, okay, enjoying life, having those around you that you connect with and love and share happiness and blessings. So I feel like this is you having something go really well for you, and I feel like you're going to be celebrating. And I feel like some things are worth kept as surprises is what I'm getting. So I feel like Spirit's saying like, let us surprise you, but just know that good things are coming. Okay. And whatever you're working on, they want you to finish it. I feel like you're going to be very proud of yourself. You're going to have a lot of support, community support, because, you know, you're sharing, you know, your story of God, your own personal experiences of God in some way, shape, or form, like your connection, your love, right? I feel like it's meant to support others in some way. And I feel like that is somehow tied to something you need to see through to the finish line. You don't always finish what you start and then talk badly to yourself because of it. So break the karmic pattern by seeing a project through to the end and then be proud of what you accomplished. Okay? That's kind of like this energy. All right? So finish that project, that endeavor, that class, that certification, that, you know, makeover if you were trying to like had some sort of health and wellness goals. I feel like, you know, you're on top now, right? You have a new outlook on life too. You know, this is someone who's seeing something with like a fresh set of eyes and excitement, something very exciting. Okay. So very cool. I love that. Let's see what else we get. Okay, let's see. I'll do this deck. What other messages can help them today? What about for those who are like actively looking for work? I heard follow your heart. Okay. Energy matters. Manifest your dreams. Okay. Work or love. I feel like there's progress. There's a level up. They want you to manifest. You might be traveling for pleasure. Summer solstice. So if any of you are looking for a time frame, I would say summer. It says have fun, celebrate life, let go of control. So there's some like pinnacle of success here. So this talks about a few weeks. Okay, a few weeks time frame of stuff here. So there's like a big development coming in a few weeks. They want you to enjoy the summer, have fun, and celebrate your life. Divine Feminine Empress. Like be in your loving, caring, nurturing, beautiful, fertile, sensual self. Okay? Like hot girl summer energy or hot man summer energy. All right. Any other? I saw that. Let's see. Ace of Wands. Yeah. Passionate in the beginning. Passionate start. New passion for love and life. Attraction. They want you to go for it. Igniting desire. Engagement, chemistry, and fertility. Ooh, boy. Okay. Let's see. A few days. Act now, fresh start and awakening. So there could be something playing out in a few days. I feel like there's a King of Cups in the mid position who currently would like to have a passionate start, but maybe they're on their way, or this is someone who's on their way, or this is someone who's self-aware, highly intuitive, kind-hearted, and emotionally balanced. This is that new passion for love and life is what I'm getting. I feel like this is on the horizon here, like right around the corner. Wow. Someone who's very grounded, stable, secure, conservative, practical, hardworking, patient, and loyal. Takes their time with things. They don't want to rush anything. But I feel like communication is here. I feel like this is mind over matter. So this could be someone who's also very like wise beyond their years. Someone who would be like really good counsel, right? Someone who's very rational, very logical, stern, does things by the book. Like if they've got a schedule, like they need to stick to the schedule. But they have like beautiful energy. Sun energy. I feel like they're successful. They're very optimistic. They have a lot of vitality. You know, they enjoy life to the fullest. And they usually see the bright side of things. So that's the energy I'm picking up here with potentially, you know, some new adventures, you know, maybe in love for some of you. I feel like you're just like getting to know people, expanding your circle, trying new things, completing projects that you've started, right? Birthing something new. Summer's going to be an interesting time frame, that's for sure. That's exciting. Wow. It's going to be hot summer. It's already hot. It's so freaking hot already. All right, guys. I love you. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little reading. And, yeah, I'll probably do another one. Maybe we'll do another area. I don't know. And let me know if you guys like the areas. I don't know. You know, let me know. See you later.